Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com. Welcome in to yet another Thursday production of your favorite cigar talk show, podcast show, whatever you want to call it. It's here. It's now. It's Chief Talk. And we have Bob the Cigar Guy.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome in, Bob the Cigar Guy. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing this evening? Mac Berkson early in, like normal, first in the comments. Hello, everyone. Banker John, greetings as well. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. It's rainy here. Hopefully it's not as rainy where you are. Charles Adamson, also normally pretty early on. Hello, all. Hello, Charles Adamson. Tater Dom with the old drinking smoky tobacco. Cheers, everyone. Stogie Sister, hello, all. I'm on vacation. Well, I'm glad that you came to vacation with us. Happy to have you here. How are you doing?
Party.
Supremo Tobacco. What's up, everybody? What's up, Supremo Tobacco? Mac Berkson is better now that he gets to see Bob the Cigar Guy. Gary's answer. Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a good week. So far, so good. I've had a pretty good week. Thank you, Christian Albert, for the like over on Facebook, and Mac Berkson for the love button over on Facebook. Do appreciate the reactions over there. It makes the Thursday night go a whole lot smoother when there's the love being spread around. Stogie Sister, no cigars, but doing good. Well, I'm glad doing good. I'm sad you don't have any cigars. Mac Berkson said, hello, Facebook. He's over there. He's the only one over on Facebook at the moment. But Chad Carpentier hit the like button over on Facebook as well. So I want to know, what are you smoking? What are you drinking? I'm currently sipping on a little Dr. Pepper Cherry over here and finishing up a Liga Privada H99 Toro. But I'll be soon done with it and going to be jumping into the Blue-Eyed Jack Revenge from Adventura. I had the pre-release from PCA, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to smoking it here with you. I know Charles Adamson, you had it a couple weeks ago and you enjoyed it. So hopefully it's just as good as I remember. Matt Burton says he feels 20 degrees hotter looking at Chief with the Carhartt skull cap. Boycott Carhartt. Well, there's air conditioner in here, and my hair is out of control. So the best way to control it is to hide it. Because it is. It is all whacked out. Plus, I've been working at my wife's school all day today, so I worked up a nasty, mean sweat. And so my hair is sticky, icky, if you know what I'm saying. Justin Hunter, thank you for the like over on Facebook as well. Speaking of working at the school today. I burnt the absolute dog piss out of my fingers today with a hot glue gun.
Your mom said she did the same thing.
I got my skin can't see pulled off because of it on my pinky. That bad boy is like a firm industrial grade hot glue gun, and I was putting. It was at the end of the day. I was already tired, ready to be done, and it was the last project we were on, and kind of lost a little lack. I got a little lack in judgment, and stuck my hand to the back of the letter Z. No, U. The letter U. And I didn't want to drop the hot glue gun. Goodness gracious, I'm getting caught up on my cord down here. Didn't want to drop the hot glue gun and break it, so I slowly found a place to put it a little slower than I had liked to have, because I would have liked to have gotten the glue off my finger fast enough, but it didn't work. Doing it for the kids. Matt Brugger, what's going on? Justin Hunter, the beard is looking great, Chief. Thank you, Justin Hunter. It's definitely doing its thing. It is at the point now where it is a full-blown, out-of-control, crazy hectic mess. But I tell you what, I kind of like it. I kind of like it being a little
savagey,
a little more ruffian.
It fits the Aventura cigar.
It will. Matt Brugger, good evening, guys. I think I said that, but hello, Matt Brugger. How you doing this evening? How'd you bring yourself? Hot glue gun. Man, a Ryobi glue gun sold by Bergson Tool Sales would never do that to you, Chief. Price to move. I am not a Ryobi man. You gotta talk to this guy. There's your Ryobi man. I did tell my wife that I think I was gonna go start looking for if Milwaukee has an M12 glue gun just to add to my collection. DEA Exotics. Hello, everyone. How's everyone tonight? So far, so well. Smoking an H99 Toro. What are you guys smoking? Charles Adamson ordered some more Blue Eyed Jack smoking the Wise Man Corojo tonight. The new one or the old one? Out of the new Wise Man, I am definitely more of a fan of the Maduro. Corojo's not bad, but I'm more of a fan of the Maduro. Mac Bergs, the BTCG, did you get anything from Harbor Freight for the double discount? I went 4 times.
I've been working like a dog.
So if you went 4 times, did you actually go 8 times? Mac Bergs, and Milwaukee does not currently have a glue gun. They have an M18 heat gun, but everyone says it's crapola. Huh. Well, darn. We got some more reactions over on the Facebook. Dan Burns with the like. Jamie Vaughn with the love. Thank you, guys. Charles Adamson is smoking the new Wise Man Corojo from Foundation Cigars. I'm happy with both of the blends. I think, what is it, Alec Bradley? No, AJ Fernandez? I can't remember who's blending those now. But the Maduro.
My father?
It might be my father.
My father's is new.
Yeah, I think it's my father. But I'm definitely more of a fan of the Maduro than I am the Corojo. Justin Hunter says, when's Harbor Freight going to sponsor the show? Hey, man, I'm all for
We need Mac Burks' tool supply store to sponsor the show.
I need all the love I can get. No 4 times but go and 8 times discount. Ended up buying a bunch of stuff I had bought a couple weeks ago, then returned the new ones under the old receipts. Sucker.
That's how the rich stay rich, though. You know, that's how the rich stay rich.
Can't beat them, join them. Chad H. Evening, everyone. Hello, Chad. How you doing this evening? What does H stand for? Habano? Smoking a good cigar. Charles Adamson, thanks for hitting the like button over on Facebook. And to the 11 people who are on YouTube watching, I'm sure you guys have smashed the like button seriously over there. So appreciate the love over there. We did, for those who are wondering, we did hit the 20K count last week. Got up to 22.
Asterisks.
There may have been a little tomfoolery going on to make sure that it had happened, but
Asterisks.
that's not to say that we didn't possibly hit 20 during the show last week.
Because we couldn't watch. Right.
Because I wasn't paying attention to the numbers. The numbers don't show up on his screen. They only show up on my screen. And so there's a chance that we had hit, that we had a spike of 750 people.
1,000.
I don't think it happened.
Tim the Toolman Taylor watched, and this old house watched, and so they just
Quiet
shared
Piper,
it on their
welcome
Facebook.
back. Howdy, folks. Just walked in the door and jumped in. If I light one up this evening, it'll probably be an EP Carrillo Encore.
Good stuff.
Well, I hope that you do get the chance to light
That's the
one
green and
up.
gold band, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not a big EP Carrillo fan. Michael Zakovic, dang, I'm late. What up, all? Hey, brother, you only 11 and a half minutes late.
You ain't late. You just on time.
Late.
The party started.
You're not that late. That's still early for my wife trying to go anywhere on time. Mac Bergson, I'm working on a copy for a Bergson tool sales and service advertisement. Nice. Well, I'll give you the Harbor Freight discount.
But then you'd have to start paying taxes on all those sales.
Like a performance enhanced sports record. Hey, we hit it, right? We hit it. So we are currently slowly climbing up to that 20 mark as we speak. Michael Zakovic, thank you for hitting the like button over on Facebook as well. Do greatly appreciate the support over there on Facebook. And if you want to go to your Facebook groups and share it to all of them and annoy them and show them, hey, I'm watching these guys and you guys aren't, hey, I'm all for it. But if not, hey, it's a free show, free to participate in. So tonight, I have titled the show Barnsmoker Season is Upon Us. Because next week you'll be headed up to the old Connecticut Barnsmoker.
That's true. We'll be leaving early Friday morning, and I got to tell you, your mom was talking about I need to check a bag, and I said, nope, we don't check bags. And she looked at me and I said, I'm not playing. We do not check bags. And she goes, okay, so what if you get so much stuff that you have to check a bag? She's playing that Dallas card is what she was doing. And I said, we don't plan to check bags, but if we end up having to, that will be a bridge we cross when we get there, but we will not be checking bags leaving
honestly,
from Greenville.
For Barnsmoker, checking bags is overhaul.
It's a day and a half. It's 2 days.
Yeah, and right? You get a personal bag and you get your carry-on luggage. Right.
It's more than enough.
And like if I never had to carry my camera stuff,
you go in a backpack.
I would just probably take a backpack the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd take a backpack, my cigars, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Not having to worry about maybe getting on a small enough plane where you got to check that at the gate, then they put it on the plane, then you got to wait on the gantry for your bag to come up. Somebody throw it up at you. Unfortunately, my wonderful, beautiful DE25 rolling luggage has been whooped because of being thrown under the plane as many times as it has. I feel like every time we've traveled in the past year, my luggage ends up having to go into the bottom of the plane. So can't really complain. I mean, I have to take it because I have to take my roll-on luggage because I have a camera bag with a bunch of cool camera stuff in it, and the computer and all that stuff. So glass half full, silver linings, right? The dog days of summer hurts the turnout. Yeah, I think I also saw that tonight there's a football game on as well. Charles Adamson, most of my recent new suitcases were purchased to bring the extra stuff home. Now, PCA, we did decide to check a bag because we knew that we were going to be bringing home all of our PCA samples and maybe other things from Vegas. All the cash that I could have won if I would have played a little smarter.
You better not throw that under the plane.
Oh, no, all my camera stuff. If I make that much money, all my camera stuff is going in the plane. I might leave it for some more cash. Matt Berg says maybe get a soft shell roller bag that can expand to the size for a check bag when you come home. That's not a bad idea. Especially when you need like super valuable stuff in there. But at that point, you could put all the stuff that you put in your normal check bag or your carry-on bag in that check bag, which is just clothes and razors and medicines and
When I pack, I always leave enough room to put stuff in on my way back. And I have some clothes that I have to take home, but there are some clothes that I pack on purpose. That if I have to pitch those clothes for the place of cigars, clothes I can put 15 cigars on my shoes.
Charles Adamson says the Barnsmoker swag has a paint can lighter. Either have to check or mail it home. Josh Lawton, I didn't see any advertising for Barnsmoker this year like in previous years, so I missed it and sold out by the time I realized it. Anyone else have this problem, or was it me not reading good? Gonna miss you boys this year. Josh Lawton, I mean, they hyped it up at the beginning of the year. They hyped it up earlier than normal this year. And actually, I got to talk to the think tank behind the idea of why they released the tickets as early as they did. And I actually am a big fan of one of the main reasons why. And I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to say this or whatnot, but so confirmed, not confirmed, don't tell anybody I told you. But part of the idea that I had heard was we want to release these tickets around tax time for those people who normally don't want to spend that kind of money on tickets, or maybe don't want to spend that much money on a VIP ticket, have that extra cash and say, ooh, actually, what if I did spend this money? So that's why they really, that's what I have heard.
That's not dumb.
About the release dates. So I have seen in the group chat, or not the group chat, sorry, the Drew Estate Facebook page, the group page. There are people still, selling their tickets. They can't make it. So if you're on the Drew Estate Facebook group and there's a Barnsmoker that's, maybe Connecticut's probably not going to be your best bet. Maybe Kentucky or Florida, if those are better suited for your travel needs. You can say, hey, I've got if anybody's got some extra tickets lying around, or you can't make it, or you decided that you'd rather not go and you want to, sell you tickets, hey, let me know. Let's see. Dan Burns, enjoyed the Barnsmoker. Let me go ahead and make this. I don't know where Bob went. Enjoy the Barnsmoker, and if you can share some pics or video for us, thank you. I don't know what media Bob the Cigar Guy is going to try to capture while he's there. I'm sure he'll do his regular live streams, but I don't know if he's probably, knowing him, he's probably going to not take a bunch of video and compile it up for a full video afterwards.
I do every year. Your intro, I did that with the Connecticut Barnsmoker.
But I imagine he'll have his live videos he does on Facebook multiple times a day, and then he'll probably post up some pictures and stuff. I'm sure he's going to try to find a way to grab a stalk of tobacco with his William Henry bracelet on and get Mom to take a picture of it.
Who knows what your mom's going to be doing?
Charles Adams says, my wife takes a soft duffel bag to check dirty laundry on the way home. My thing is, and this is something that I actually talked to somebody who works at Drew Estate, who travels a lot. But him and his wife had a discussion about, should you bring either another duffel or a trash bag to separate your dirty laundry from the clean laundry when you come home and traveling? No matter whether if I come back with a whole bunch of clean laundry or not, I wash it all. It all gets washed. So I just throw the dirty clothes in with the good clothes. They're going to get washed anyways.
And I will empty my suitcase that night I get home. I mean, I'll wash it all, but I'll pull it out so that I don't forget it. And then I go to open it, and then someone's hot and sweaty in there, and you get moldy. You might lose something, and it stinks up
now,
the suitcase.
If it was like the Louisiana Barnsmoker back
Swampy.
in 2019, where it just everything got super nasty dirty, I mean, maybe I would make sure that when I travel, when I have traveled with suitcases, bless you, I have never gotten clothes dirty enough to be like, ooh, I don't want that to get in my suitcase. I'm not that big of a germaphobe or whatever you want to call it, so most of my clothes might have a little BO on them, some sweat, stains or whatever. But I'm a man's man. I just throw it all together. Charles Adamson, Chief Talk viewers knew when the tickets went on sale. They sure did. We talked about it. But it definitely did go. It was earlier this year than normal. Adam Wolf, hey family, sorry I'm late. Just got home from dinner. I hope dinner was good. Hopefully it wasn't any air fried ribs. Supreme Tobacco says trash bag it. Matt Bergson, no matter where I go, my clothes are in the washer before I go to bed. She does it not because the clothes are dirty, but to make room for the stuff she buys.
Now, see, there's a trick. When you go to the airport, you just go buy a little thing and you ask them for a bag, an airport bag. And if you buy an airport bag, you can stuff all your stuff in that bag and they will let you take it on because they feel that you purchased it at the airport.
Yeah, but you've already had to get through security at that point.
Just carry your stuff. They don't care. You've seen them people throw big old everything on there. I saw one lady, she had a pillowcase that was fluffy and she stuffed all of her clothes in the pillowcase. And all her other stuff in the pillowcase, and she considered that as a carry-on because she went on one of the cheap flights, and that was her one item she could carry.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
There's ways to game the system. I did see on is last week on TikTok, this guy
TikTok's the devil.
Or cruise lines are cracking down on people bringing canned sodas onto the cruises. Because they're buying like the cardboard cases of sodas, like 12 packs or whatever. You can bring a 12 pack of sodas on board or whatever it is per person. But what this guy did is he bought a big 12 sleeve or 16 sleeve of Coca-Cola, pulled them out and replaced them with the Coke Jack Daniel.
Oh, that's funny.
Drinks, and then hot glued it together, and it looked like it was. So now, because that video had gone viral,
everybody was doing it.
Well, now the cruise lines are popping the boxes and looking to see what's in them, and then cellophaning them back up, and then putting them in your room, or saran wrap them up and putting them in your room for you.
Well, here's the funny thing about that. If you go on a cruise, you don't have to get a drink package. But if you're going to buy a soda or a bottle of water or a cup of coffee, you're going to spend $6, $7, $8, $9. If you buy the drink non-alcohol package, you're going to end up spending about it comes out to be about $35 a day on the cruises we're on when we're going into Europe in September. But you're gonna drink, like I will drink at least what's the slushy coffee drink?
Frappuccino.
I drink at least 8 to 10 frappuccinos with 3 shots of espresso in it every stinking day. Now the alcohol package, if you buy the alcohol package, you have to drink like 11 a day to break even on if you buy alcohol. So we buy the regular drink package, and then we might have one drink with dinner or one drink later in the evening or something like that. And but there are a lot of people with that drinking package, and they drink non-stop. Of course, you ain't driving, so right. I mean, you fall off the ship. But
Adam Wolf said, "No air fryer ribs tonight, Chief. Had him a seafood bowl." Charles Adamson smoked a brisket and some pork butt on Saturday. Hit of the potluck. Ooh, buddy. The Road Dogs will be back this year. Look for them in the parking lot.
It wouldn't be a Barnsmoker if it weren't for the Road Dogs.
Oh man, my back keeps popping. I made a palm tree today. It's actually a pretty freaking cool palm tree. I'm actually really proud of the work that I put into that palm tree today. But the whole entire school. So this year, the whole entire school is the same theme. In years past, they theme the hall. I guess the grades come together and they decide what they want their hall to be themed. So each grade level has their own individual hall, and usually the halls are all different themes. Well, this year they're theming the whole school, which to me,
let me guess, it's Alaska.
A ton of sense. I'm sure there's a palm tree somewhere in Alaska. I got palm oil. There's all sorts of oil in Alaska, right? Same thing, right? No. But no, it's a luau Hawaiian theme. Actually, happy belated birthday to brother Chris Duque. I actually reached out to him and asked him where I could find the individual packaged Island Max. I found the boxes, but I couldn't find the individual wrapped ones. he was like, "How many you need?"
Oh my God.
Well,
176, and then there's Shanna's kids who need it too.
So he's hooking us up with some Island Max. I don't know when. I don't know if they're going to be here in time for tomorrow because tomorrow's Meet the Teacher. If they were here in time for tomorrow for Meet the Teacher, we would have put them all like one on each desk so they could have a little Island Mac thing.
I don't know if I do that because that might be like the Savage Feast where people get in there early and they snatch off all the other desks.
Well, that's a possibility. But I'm hoping that they'll be here. He said he's going to try to get them to me either during the week or by the weekend. So I told him no rush at all. So school starts next Thursday. So hopefully they'll be here in time for school to start. But whether or not, whenever they come, it's kind of cool. They're going to have some Hawaiian treats from a Hawaiian. So that's really neat. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really cool that Chris offered to send to me. I was going to buy it.
You know, in Shanna's class, they can't laugh out loud, right? Because they must have aloha.
Alcohol and sunshine, not the best combo. Is the theme Florida living? I guess theoretically it could be, partially, but there are no. While we do have our fair share of meth addicts in the area, none of them find their way to the schoolhouse. Thank goodness. Charles Adamson, I used to be able to make money on the alcohol drink package when I was younger. Too old to drink 8 to 12 days or 8 to 12 a day now.
Me too.
Yeah,
I pay too much money not to remember my cruise.
Let me ask you guys a question. What is your favorite everyday go-to stick?
That would be the Red Crowns.
Oh, come on.
I was making a joke.
Come on.
I was making a joke.
I don't smoke a stick every day. Actually, here in the past couple weeks, I've only been smoking like on Thursdays.
Slacker.
I was like,
but in reality, what is your everyday go-to smoke?
If I could grab one every day, I think right now. I mean, I've been smoking a lot of Undergrounds lately.
Really?
Yeah, I have. I have a lot of them.
I'd grab Pappy's. I would
not smoke a Pappy every day. I like the fact that even though I have a bunch of them, they're still a treat for me.
I would do the Pappy or the Plush or the Brulee Blue or the Sin Compromiso or what is the El Baton? I could smoke the El Baton every day.
El Baton's a good cigar. That's a cigar.
I can smoke the El Baton every day.
El Baton's really good. I could see that as an everyday cigar.
I could too because it's not that expensive.
Undercrown, I could see as that's what I smoke. I've been smoking a lot of here recently.
Factory Smoke Sweet.
I've actually gotten back into some of my KFC stash. I've been smoking a good hefty bit of my my KFC sweets here when I had the chance to smoke. It's either I'm helping the wife do.
They don't make those anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
They don't make the Swamp Thing anymore. I'm right there with Supreme Tobacco, the Umbagog, Olmec. Oh, Olmec would be a fantastic everyday smoke, but that's another one for me. Like if I had a bunch of Olmec, and actually I can't back it up because when I had a box of Olmec, I smoked them so fast. If I had an Olmec, I would have to force myself not to smoke them every day because I just love that cigar so much. The Claro, Stolen Throne would be a dream for me. The Bronzeback, yeah, not a bad go-to.
No, you're right.
Adam Wolf, don't really have an everyday stick since I like too much variety, but one of my main go-to is the Crowned Heads Juarez.
But now I need to caveat my answer now that I'm thinking about it because we are blessed. We have a ton of cigars.
Semi-flow, my boy.
And we have a ton of cigars that if we didn't do what we do, I would not be smoking what I'm smoking. I couldn't afford it. There's no way. So I would be thinking more on the budget side. And so you get that El Baton, which is a great cigar. You've got, Umbagog is still it'd probably be higher than my price point. The Factory Sweets, they're great cigars. The Havana Q It's a good budget cigar, but it's a good budget cigar. Um, something like that is probably more what my price point would be. I'd be a bundle guy. I would. I'd be a bundle guy, and I would
Uh,
have a good cigar a great
the
cigar every once in a while.
the the white and green Los Stados Deluxe is a good cigar as well. And I think that cigar is like $6-7 as well. You got the $6 Chuck in the Adobe from Nico Rustica Adobe from Drew
You've got the
Estate.
New World, which is $6.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. At least it was the last time I got one.
Brian added a little caveat: the Stolen Throne, Crook of the Crown.
I don't think I've ever had a Stolen
Couldn't believe
Throne.
my son bought me cigars from Italy. They are made with Kentucky Fire Cure. Yes, Toscanos. I think that's what it is. It's Toscanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steel Bobbin with you, Adam the Juarez. No BTCT. We are blessed. We get a free show every Thursday. That's right. You guys do. DA Exotics, great choices. Charles Evanston, Mac Bergson, Supremo Tobacco. Ronald Smith, the OG Road Dog. Nico's Rusticas would be tasty. Mac Bergson coming in the same time with the Toscanos. Tonight I'm smoking a double Corona Blackened. Ooh, my man's smoking deep. The Nasty Fritas, Papas Fritas in the tobacco. Not a bad combination. The only thing though with those with me is like if I'm gonna smoke,
I like a tobacco now. That's true.
if I'm gonna smoke, I want to smoke something that's gonna have me there longer.
Gonna last for more than 30
20
minutes. Yeah.
right. I was thinking factory sweets, but I like a lot of different smokes. I'm happy with the factory sweets, the factory smokes. I like the factory smoke Maduro, factory smoke sweet, the best out of the factory smokes line. I don't smoke a lot of them, but I have no problem smoking them. I don't have a lot of them, but if I was out buying my cigars all the time, I would be buying a lot of factory smokes just because, $2, $3, $4 a cigar. You're going to get yourself a bundle for a few weeks of smokes for a fantastic price.
Now I need to do a clarification on something that I posted.
Clear it up.
I posted on social media. It was yesterday, or the day before. The interview with Isola Woods and Jonathan Drew interviewing me at PCA. Number one, amazing, phenomenal moment. But that was a minute of a 15-minute conversation. And in that conversation, they clipped the parts out, and Jonathan Drew was talking about how much, people think about Bob the Cigar Guy and this and that. But in the rest of the conversation, he made a point many times to say it's not just me, it's me and Chief. They love Chief just as much. Chief is awesome. Chief is fantastic. He gives his heart to it. He does all these great things. And so, the edit was the edit, and Chief ended up on the cutting room floor.
Thanks, Joel.
But I did mention you. I said me and Chief are blessed to call y'all friends and family.
No, Chief Talk got mentioned twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I wasn't looking for, when.
But I want everybody else to know.
When the Bob the Cigar Guy channel succeeds, I succeed, right? Because I'm a very integral part of the BTCG universe here, right? So I'm happy with the way it was done. I obviously understand that they're trying to create a minute-long clip or whatever it is, so that it doesn't get lost in the algorithm, and they're not posting full reviews and all that kind of stuff. It's just not what they're doing with all these, and all of them have been that same way. They've been, introduction by Isola, a little bit from Jonathan Drew, a little bit from the cigar shop owner or whoever it be. I do think at some point I might, just for private watching, maybe not posting it online, but I would love to listen to all of it, because it was 15, 20 minutes, whatever. I had to sit there by myself watching you guys have fun.
Oh, you were sitting there running your mouth with everybody and hanging out. You was sitting in the green room just chilling.
I was sitting talking with Josh O'Kay for a little bit, but not very long.
But I mean, you deserve your shine, and I don't want you not to get your credit. And I don't want anybody to think what's not true. And what is true is we're pretty much joined at the hip. I mean, we are peas and carrots.
Charles Adamson says the CAO FASA, not a bad.
It's not a bad
smoke.
fossil or the soul.
Sammy Flo says factory smoke's great for
Soul.
mowing the lawn. Where's Jay Bates? Sammy, he's actually in a boat somewhere in Europe. Where is the entire interview?
Drew Estate shot the video
on Drew Estate's hard drive.
Yeah.
I love the Noche. Haven't tried the Soul. Supremo with the thanks, Joel. One thing I'm always impressed about Chief, he knows BTCG is the true talent of the channel. Quiet Piper Chief, where did you get the nickname from? By the way, Righteous Beard. Thank you. Appreciate it. It is quite righteous. So the nickname Chief just came from
me.
It came from being the editor-in-chief of Bob Cigar channel. I started out just behind the scenes, editing some clips together, not really doing any editing, just kind of piecing them together.
Steven caused us to go to YouTube. I didn't want to do it.
And then got a little more adventurous watching Casey Neistat and a couple other creators that do some really good job shooting content, and decided that I wanted to try to do some of that stuff. And so I just kind of got, this is Steven, the editor-in-chief of the channel. And then it just kind of latched on to being just chief.
Because it was too long.
So I was chief, and then when we decided to do the live show, we didn't have a name for it, and we talked about it. One of the first shows, it's always been on Thursday, but one of the first shows we talked about what to name it, and the 3 people who watched it all decided Chief Talk should be the name. And Chief Talk has stuck. The name Chief has gone. I'm actually called Chief more than I'm called by my regular name. The only people who call me by my regular name are my mom and my wife, and a couple people from church. I actually get called Chief by my pastor sometimes, which is kind of weird.
That's funny.
And
you've been called out. We've had to clarify some things. Some people thought you were stealing people's identity. Are you Native American? Were you in the Navy?
I don't know if anybody has ever thought to accuse me of it, but I have definitely been in some conversations with people when they look at me and the conversation starts off, Chief, what branch? It's like they're trying to pull me into an Unstolen Valor conversation.
Right.
I'm very quick to say, I'm called Chief because I'm the editor-in-chief. But if nobody has ever told me that they have a problem with me being called Chief, I think the person who didn't get it the most was one of the guys from Hoot and Young. He just kind of looked at me like, why do they call you Chief?
Yeah, I remember that.
Which that guy, he's part of Black Hawk Down, like the real life story. So I think, he's probably on high alert for Stolen Valor all the time, as, prolific as a military veteran as he is. But no, I've never had a problem face to face with anybody saying it. But that's where it comes from. My logo, I have the Viking head. You can actually see the logo up in the top corner there. That's my logo. It's a Viking chief, but that's more because my nickname is Chief, and I have a beard, and I resemble a Viking because I'm whiter than tartar sauce. Complexion-wise. Now, culture-wise, I got you. But yeah, so I've leaned into the Viking chief aspect of it, just because I would never want to lean into a military aspect of it or a Native American aspect of it, just because I'm not Native American. I'm also not affiliated with military outside of family. My dad is. He's a Marine, but I'm not. So, let's say the new rumor is Chief's not going to Connecticut Barnsmoker because he's afraid of the beard getting chopped. I mean, I'll run with it.
Sammy, he's been working out pretty hard.
Excuse me. Good talent content requires great tech to make it great.
Hardest job in the world is Chief trying to make me look good.
Matt Bergson in the Navy. I knew Chief as Chief before I even knew his real name.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys call me Steven, I'll answer, but it's easier to type out Chief than it is Steven because I spelled the PH. So instead of 5 letters, it's 7. True, Charles. I do appreciate Chief working behind the scenes so BTCG can shine.
Fine.
We do have some more. Ronald Smith and Adam Wolf, thank you for the love button over on Facebook. Sammy Flo, Michael Zakovic, thank you for the like button over on Facebook. We still have not hit 20.
Oh.
We're sitting at, we've gotten to 16 twice. We're sitting at 15 right now. But I'm watching it. It ain't happened yet. Hiram Chief asks, Kirby! No, I am seeing some significant strides being made in the gym just in performance. I bench pressed 325 pounds on Monday. So that was fun. It was a lot of fun. I did it 3 times. So definitely starting to see some dividends there. I'm not dieting or anything like that, so I'm not like becoming a skinny mini in the gym. I'm just getting a lot thicker in the upper body and the lower body portion. My mid range is still nice and huggable. So. Now with the Barnsmoker coming up, Bob the Cigar Guy,
Yes.
and anybody else who's going to the Barnsmoker in the chat, what are you most looking forward to next weekend with the Connecticut Barnsmoker coming to Ellington, Connecticut?
Well, the first part is getting to hang out with everybody at the hotel that's working the event, and then also hanging out with everybody, getting to see people, shake their hands, give them hugs, thank them for being a part of our family. That's phenomenal and awesome. But there's a lot of neat new things going on with Barnsmoker. I know I said it last year, and I'm going to say it again this year, and I mean it. If you've ever been to a Barnsmoker, you've never been to a Barnsmoker, because this year's Barnsmoker, it seems like it is going to be flipped over again. Drill State never does the same thing. They always step up and do a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And this year, I think they did leaps and bounds. I'm excited to see what this first Barnsmoker of the season is going to do, which is going to set the trend for the rest of the year. Even though all Barnsmokers are different, you kind of have some components that are the same. And I am looking forward to consuming some of those components. I know that there will be some things, can't talk about them. There will be some things that are amazing. You're going to want to
Nice
next.
hat, by the way.
Thank you. You like that? Next Saturday, when I start posting up content like I do, I'm going to take you around and show you some things, and I think I'm going to be amazed, and I think you are just going to be flabbergasted and floored, going, my gosh, I can't believe they're doing that. There's going to be some neat stuff going on, even neater than ever before. I'm really looking forward to all that. I also hope that they have the crop in the field where when Chief does his intro, with the big red barns and the short tobacco. I mean, it's Pennsylvania is amazing with the white barns, and it's so green and so lush and so manicured. But that Connecticut picture with those barns in that football field of tobacco is just one of the most picturesque crop pictures I've ever seen in my life. And just walking through the field, because the field is only about 3.5, 4 feet tall, and so when you walk, you just kind of, it makes me think of the first time I ever did it. I was thinking of the 300. Remember when he was walking through the field and he had his hands out and he was touching the grain as he was walking along in the middle of the field? No, that's a 300.
he's putting his hand through. And
No, that was the 300. It might have been Gladiator, but whichever which one it was in my head, it was the 300. But just touching all them crops in the hand, I mean, it just it's so amazing, and the smell is so fresh.
I
and
have
so
noticed
clean.
that the Dunfoster Instagram, they have been posting over the past couple months some barn racings they're doing, and I think they have built the barns in like back in the dirt fields where everybody parked 2 years ago, where it made those dirt monsoons, or 3 years ago where they made the big old dirt monsoons. So I've seen that. I think they're building 2 new barns there, and I have seen some pictures of a bunch of crops growing. So I don't know if that big field in the middle will be open or not again, or what. But I am. I do hate that I'm going to miss. One, I hate that I'm going to miss the Barnsmoker. Right. I love
because you won't be
Barnsmoker.
with me.
I love hanging out with you and everybody else at Barnsmoker. I love that time, that environment. It's just a whole lot of fun.
So many good memories.
I am going to hate missing that, but I also kind of hate that I'm missing Connecticut. Right? We talked about it last week. Connecticut is like the closest airport, the closest farm, the closest hotel. Everything's so close together. I like the Ellington, Connecticut area, the New Haven area. It's a really nice area. I enjoy it a lot, but those barns are so beautiful. The tobacco's nice and huge.
Is that where we went into the Amish stores?
No, that's Pennsylvania. But I'm excited that you get to go. Everybody's going to go. I'm super excited to see all of the videos and the pictures that come out from people. You can see the new experiences. I'm also glad that I don't have to be there for the Barnsmoker that has to iron out all the kinks. That'll be new for all the Connecticut peeps this year, where you guys are going to experience the first Barnsmoker of the year. So you get to deal with some of the kinks of that Kentucky and Florida won't have to deal with this year. Are we getting a Bob and Mac at night? I don't think Mac's going.
I don't think Mac is going.
But you'll have Bob.
I might be on Turnbuckles and Stogies. They might do a live. They've talked to me
Rick Carroll
about
says
it.
no Barnsmoker, but doing the Drew Estate family reunion. Nice.
I bet that's going to be a hoot.
That's coming up soon. Connecticut is where there are 3 Harbor Freights right around farm.
Mac's going to plan his vacation.
Charles Adamson says, "You know anything about the VIP Black Widow Saloon?"
I do.
No, I don't. Not going. Not needed this year. Always needed.
Always
needed. I'm telling you, I don't think we're going to hit the. I don't think we're going to hit the crucial mark this evening. Sitting at 14 still, 9 on YouTube, 5 on Facebook. But I say this, and I'm okay if we don't hit it tonight. We made 27 episodes this year of Chief Talk.
That's more than half a year.
That
is, yeah, it's over half a year.
So, Supreme Tobacco always need Mac. Always need him. He'll always be a baby. Doo-doo-doo. I am going to light in to this Blue-Eyed Jack's Revenge. I saw you lit up another cigar. What are you smoking over there, Bob, the cigar guy?
This is the Bolivar.
Ooh, a Cuban?
No.
Oh, the new one.
The new one we just got. And before that, I worked on that Alec Bradley. I can't read it.
Oh, that new one too? You worked on both new ones?
Alec Bradley Safekeepings. Neat band, great cigar. Right in that middle. It's got some depth to it. It's got some full notes, but it doesn't have grit and gravel and spiciness. It's just right in that middle lane. This one's a little bit on the heavier side, a little on the darker side. Hints of bitterness, but not bad. It's got some espresso notes kicking around in it. And they both burned excellently. This is burning like a laser. Look at that. Pretty white ash. So. Max, somewhere in Utah, the family would not let me stop at Harbor Freight, even though it was across the parking lot from where we had lunch.
Oh, I'm sure you were just antsy.
Chomping at the bit.
Come on, babe. Let me go. Let me go. Come on. I need another.
I got to get a fix.
Knock off pair of splines.
Harbor Freight fix.
I
need a pack of zip ties.
Let's see. Are there more? I think I got the Rick Carroll love over on Facebook and the Sammy Flo like. If not, now I have. Michael Zakovic just fired up a polpetta.
All right, little spicy meatball.
If you have lit up something or you haven't let me know what you lit up or what you're drinking, please do let me know. Again, this is the Blue-Eyed Jack's Revenge from Adventura. Paper Band. Shout out to Sammy Flo. I do be getting him every time I see his Facebook stories or Instagram stories, and he's got Adventura. Mac, I mean, I did family stuff for 4 days straight, and I could get 10 minutes to go to Harbor Freight.
10 minutes, my big
been to one
toe.
Harbor Freight, you've been to all Harbor Freight.
10 minutes, my big toe. Mac, you'd be there for an hour.
I love you, Sammy Flo. No, what I am looking forward to seeing all of the media, the pictures, the videos, and all the stuff that comes out of Barnsmoker next week. I am going to miss hanging out with a whole bunch of people that I normally get to hang out. I'm going to hate missing people that maybe I would have met for the first time this year, or just seeing them when I see them at Barnsmokers. Because I see, people at Barnsmokers who, like Bob Ellis, Hunter Otts, right? At these Barnsmokers who watch, Chief Talk. So, Bob Ellis says, "How is it, Chief? I was thinking about lighting that one up tonight." I love this. I love this cigar. I had the PCA pre-release. It was a pre-release band on it. It was paper too, same flow, and enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one. I think this is the Robusto is the one that I have. No, I had a Toro. I think it was actually bigger than this, so I don't even know. It might not have been Toro. I don't know.
Now I have that Adventura. I have some of those Blue-Eyed Jacks, and I made a neat little coin where I flipped the coin actually inside out, and it says, I forget what it says, but it's got a pirate in the middle. And so I got some blue BMW paint, don't tell BMW, and I painted the eyes. And so I was going to use that in the photo of the Adventura Blue-Eyed Jack. And I showed it to Steven. Steven goes, why? That's not why.
So you said you flipped the coin inside out. Was that hard?
Well, that's funny. That's funny. I almost had a couple errors, but no, it was difficult.
Reaching
actually.
there.
I know, I did. And the facial expression was not so hot either. But it was difficult. I saw a guy had done it with a quarter, and I said, I need to try that. I didn't think it was possible to take the outside, because look, this is the outside. The inside ring is the outside edge of the coin, and the outside ring is the center of the coin with the holes punched out. You punch out a hole this big, and then that's what you end up with. And you can see it's kind of like a spaceship. It's narrow on the outside edges, and it's thicker because that's the reeded edge in the middle. I think it's pretty cool, actually. I like it as a keychain. I do. And it could be yours.
It could always, sure. You get steal more BMW paint. You make an unlimited supply.
I got a bunch of it.
Charles Edmondson said, smoking through a Blue-Eyed Jack patch with his order. I'll put a pic on Discord. Lee Riggins, have you ever had a bad soccer stick? Yes. The new nationwide release, well, it's not new, but the nationwide release of the Red Meat Lovers Club, I've had 6 of them. All 6 of them have been dookie to me.
Flavor or construction?
No, flavor
okay.
Profile. I have had some soccer sticks burn weird,
because I don't care for the Todos Los Dias.
I've had some soccer sticks burn weird on me, but I'm not somebody who sits there and makes like a list in my head of which cigars burn bad. I mean, out of companies that I have smoked over 100 cigars from, all of those companies have had cigars burn bad. Right?
Yeah, it's a man-made agricultural product. I mean, quality control is quality control, but you can't.
But I'm not a fan of the nationwide release Red Meat Lovers Club. I'm also not a fan of the Palpetta. A Palpetta with age, though, that's not a bad cigar. Also, not a big fan of the Nakatamale um, cigar at all. But there are some cigars from Saka that definitely make up for my just not disdain, but unappreciativeness of the blend from Saka. I'll have to try that, but with some coins now.
I still need to see some of your work. I want to see the work you do with your coins and the rings and stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, I
I'm
like
not
the
big on the
Wagashi.
Wagashi.
I like the Wagashi.
I don't think the Wagashi's bad. I'll smoke the Wagashi, but I'm not. Wagashi is not anywhere near the top of my list for number one tobacco trust. Which sucks.
It was
because,
my number one for last year.
Which sucks because I love the Dojo Boys, and it's just not for me. It's not a cigar that I like.
Oh, I'm so looking for that Dojo Guy Fieri Strike Force cigar. I am so excited to see what that's going to be.
Bob Ellis says he's never had a badly constructed DTT. Draw wise, I don't think I've ever had a problem with one. It's just, pipe holes or wonky burns. And I'm not an expert, when it comes to cigar smoking. I can get into wonky burns every once in a while, but I usually, will try to touch them up or flip the cigar over and, try to get it to catch up on itself. But sometimes you'll get a cigar that you've just got to constantly touch up. And it was a Sin Compromiso not too long ago that I had to touch up religiously. But again,
every Sunday?
No. 17 people. Lee Briggins, what's your favorite cigars? Man, I got a bunch of them.
I got too many the list.
But if you were to ask me, hey, if you could go pick out 5 cigars right now and you could have an unlimited amount of them, that probably narrows down what my favorite cigars are. Because on the top of my list is the Signature, Olmec Claro, H99, Toro,
the OG Wiseman Maduro.
What you call it? Sorry, the Papa Saka Bronzeback. That's 5 cigars right there that I could easily just say, just give me those.
You didn't say L40.
I love the L40, but the L40 is more of like a once or twice a year kind of stick. I got a box and a half of them, but I choose not to smoke them a lot. This Blacken is smoking amazing, and dimes are a stacking. Good fortune coming your way. I kept trying to finish it for what I paid for it, just couldn't do it. About 3/4 through, I finally gave up. I hate to hear that, brother. Thoughts on the Bewitched? Love it. Bob Ellis liked the Bewitched a lot. Very rare have I had an issue with DTT. Oh, it's very rare.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The question was, have you ever, what was it?
Have you ever
had a bad socket stick? Yes. Do I have bad socket sticks often? No.
If I've smoked more than 50 cigars from any manufacturer, I guarantee I've had a construction issue on at least one of them. On some manufacturers,
that's not bad. 2%.
I've had a lot more construction issues than others.
Yeah.
Saka, it's maybe 1 out of 100, right, to be honest, and half of that might be user error. I might not be paying attention to just puffing real fast. Because if you smoke a cigar fast, if it's got any small flaw, then it amplifies it and it makes it worse really quick. So you got to be careful about that as well.
I had a new Los Calaveras the other day. They always seem to hit right with me. Hey, I'm happy to hear that. All the Los Calaveras I've had, outside of the Los Calaveras that you gave me, the Green Band, have been fantastic for me. That one wasn't a bad flavor cigar. It was just a terrible smoking experience. Really tight draw. Couldn't get it to go through. Just wasn't a fan. Supreme Tobacco, I've never had a bad grape Swisher Sweet. Just so you. Sammy Flo, local comedian. Chief, my local lounge brought in a bunch of Rocky Patel this week, and I can only think of you. Well, you know what? I have left a legacy. When I'm dead and gone, if I were to have an untimely death and I die really early, anytime you guys walk into a cigar shop and see Rocky Patel, you're going to have a little smirk on your face. Man, I wish I could make a joke about that Chief again. I miss that guy.
So everybody should come to your funeral and put a Rocky Patel in your casket.
I fully invite that. Don't tell my wife that you've dropped a bunch of cigars in my casket.
And then when they cremate you, your ashes we mix with Rocky
God,
Patel for all
wouldn't that
eternity.
Wouldn't that suck? No, what would
He
be the
smoked a
worst?
box and a half
What
for
would be-
Rocky Patel.
What would be even worse is if they because you can do that thing where they cremate your ashes and then they put you into a seed ball so that you can grow a tree or whatever.
Right.
That would be the worst.
So you become they make you a tobacco plant. You come back and roll the Rocky Patel.
Rocky Patel tobacco field. Man, I'd haunt every single one of y'all. Let's see. Bob Ellis, I thought this year's Los Calaveras was all right, but not my favorite. The LB1 from Rocky Patel is good. Lee, get out of here. No, don't get out of here. We don't have 20 people in. I bought a 10-pack of last year's.
Here's the problem with
the Los Calaveras.
With the Los Calaveras, trying to see which year is the best and this and that. I did a review one time years ago. I did 5 of those Los Calaveras, the different years. I think it was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 or something like that. I forget exactly what it was. And I could taste the differences in them, but the problem was the earliest cigar had 5 years of age on it compared to the other one. So I'm not tasting them at their release flavor. I'm not saying their best flavor, because some cigars, you let them sit for a year or two, like Steve with the Polpetta, you let them sit for a while.
It's not like you could buy a 5-year-old one and let it sit for 5 years so that the new one, and now you have 10 ages, 10 years of age on it.
Right.
That would be kind of cool for John Huber to release a sampler pack of all of Los Calaveras,
the blends,
all at the same time,
right?
So that you could enjoy all of them, around.
Kind of like Tatuaje does with the monsters.
I do hope I am long gone before Chief passes. He has those young kids. Not that I want to see you pass anytime soon, but thank you for the sentiment. Appreciate that. Brian, no, you're not allowed to come to my funeral. Bronsback is the champ for staying lit. Gave one to my pool playing buddy, and it lasted through many games without going out.
Now, it would be kind of neat, not speaking about your demise. I don't call that neat, but you know how on the Navy SEALs, somebody dies, all Navy SEALs put their little trident on the casket. If everybody came up to your casket and jabbed a cigar cutter in,
or a nub tool,
a nub tool, yeah, something like that, and you just have all those sticking out.
Sammy Flo, it would be bad if someone prints cigar bands with your face on Rock Patel cigars and share them at your wake. Hey, man, y'all do what y'all want to do.
You ain't gonna be there
for your boy. Adam Wolf, I have to actually admit the new Rock Patel Gold Label is pretty darn good and didn't smoke like a normal Rocky. I recommend Chief to try it. I might, maybe. I will watch from afar. Just huddled behind a tree in a cloaked hood. The Gold Label is on sale at Smoke Inn. I thought you were going to say Walmart.
Costco.
You can probably buy Rock Patels at the Costco.
You can. Gurkhas too.
I know you can get J.C. Newman there.
Monte Cristos.
Havana Couge up at the Costco's. So, yeah, the Barnsmoker coming up. I have decided that next week I won't do a show just out of the
slacker
regular running. I don't want to get you guys.
That's not why you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it because you just want to lay out so that you can be fresh to take your baby girl to her first day of school.
It's also the first day of school next week, so he's
getting pressure from his wife to stay home so he can help her, and so that's why he's not coming to Chief Talk. That's the reason.
Sammy Flo, is one of your camera guys replacing you at Connecticut? No, Joel will be there. He's in Deadly Breakfast Club. He'll be there. But no, there will not be a Bob the Cigar Guy content curator at the Barnsmoker this year, other than Bob himself doing his live streams on Facebook. So if you're not following Bob over on Facebook, follow Bob over on Facebook, because that's where I imagine 100% of the Barnsmoker footage is going to go.
Can you go live on Instagram?
Yeah, you can.
I have to try to figure out how to do that.
Just make sure it doesn't go to my Facebook.
I'm gonna send them all to your Facebook.
Just waiting for one of these days when you post like a anniversary post. I love my baby Sarah so much, and it goes to my post, and it's like, what's this family got going? No. Let's see. No man, Chief, help me get a humidor 300 plus capacity. Can't wait to see Bob running around. Excellent work. He's gonna have to get lined up. I think that hair is a little out of
His
control.
hair is ridiculous. Look at that. That's just
Woo!
It's a hot mess.
No, the barbers of the Barber and Cigar are gonna get him hooked up. Now you've not grown out your beard.
No, I'm gonna tighten it up before I go. Because there's so many people wanting to get in there, and I love a barber shave. I never get to do it. That's one of my favoriteest things to just do for myself. But there are so many people wanting to spend time at that station. I don't feel it's fair for me to take up all their time like that. More people need to get in there and get that awesome experience.
Charles Adamson wants you to show Lee the Wynador you got. You can actually mostly see it. Here you go. I got it. It's right here. Which just got a tripod leaning up against it right now. But that's the Wynador.
There's a couple cigars in there.
7 foot tall.
It is too. Barely got in the door.
Rob's waiting to line you up. Old Sammy Flo got you.
Looking forward to it.
Got you ready for the cut coming.
Looking forward to it.
But yeah, if you wanna find a deal on a Wynador, Facebook Marketplace, or if you want to buy one brand new and get yourself, I think it's 10% off. Hold on. I
think they have them at Zycar.com too, where you could get 15% off by using code Chief Talk, all one word, all caps.
People keep telling me that code's not working. I need to remember to send that message off and say, hey, is this not working? Yeah, use code Tabacco10. TABAKO10 to get 10% off your New Air. Go to New Air. Get you a brand new bad boy.
Matty Scaife, what's up, Bubba?
Matt Scaife, glad to see y'all. Glad to see you. Welcome into the show. How are you doing? Lee Riggins, college football's coming. Yes, it is. It's right around the corner. I think I talked about this last week or maybe the week before. I didn't realize how ready for fall I am until just a couple weeks ago. I am ready for flannels, pumpkins everywhere. I'm colder weather. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it. Apple picking for my birthday. So looking forward to that. Speaking of my birthday, got the Highland Games coming up at the end of September. I'm looking forward to. Really looking forward to that. Supremo Tobacco. Yeah, boy. Put that code in the chat so that people can see it. Chief Spears a bit. Thank you. It's coming quite nicely. Big old beard here. Seeing the Hall of Fame game tonight already has me thinking fall as well. That's right. Getting the barbecue pits going. It's just been too hot to barbecue over this summer. I mean, it's just been hot and muggy.
Has been muggy. Has been. And it's been rainy here for God knows
we got
long.
caught in a huge torrential rainstorm today, man.
It's crazy.
As soon as we were leaving the school. Well, it dumped.
It's crazy.
It dumped. Matt Scaife, saw that you were down towards my neck of the woods a couple weeks ago. Not exactly in my neck of the woods, but close. Within a 2 hours drive. Saw that. Hope you guys had a great time. You and Miss Missy had a great time on your little vacation away from home.
Excursion.
You smoke anything good here recently? And for anybody else, have you smoked anything here recently that you've been like, wow, really need to get a hold of that? Adam Wolf told me the new Rock Patel Gold was actually pretty good.
By the way, we're up to 42 on this thing without refill, and it's still going strong. So 43. Almost forgot. Yeah. Have you used your green one?
I have not. It's actually been just sitting over on my desk. I keep forgetting to take it home every week. But I do have the Paleo Veneto. It's green. It's kind of hard to see since it's so dark in here, but I do have it. Right.
Which may be our next gear drop. It may be in our next gear drop. Now, we still have some of our gear left: cutters, lighters, Travadors, cigar rests, all that stuff. We still have some left. So
we have some.
Please get it out of our shop.
Some cutters. We got some lighters. We've got a couple Travador humidors left. If you go over to the only link in the description, shipatterport.com, and go to the top of the page, there's a merch link, and you can go and you can purchase yourself a Bob the Cigar Guy or Chief cutter, lighter, travel humidor, black or green. If you do buy the whole kit, it comes with an extra cigar rest in it at no charge, and anything over $50 is free shipping. Sammy Flo enjoyed the Don Pepin Nicaragua yesterday that I never had. Ooh. Lee said, we won. You used to throw more Rockies at me, huh? Let's see. I see we've got Tracy Sylvia. Thank you for hitting the like button over on Facebook. Greatly appreciate the love over there. Let's see. Bob Ellis picked up a Muad on vacation. When did they stop making? Last year? No, 2 years ago.
Last year.
I think it was 2 years ago. They might have been last year when they released that big old press release. Yeah, they stopped making a lot of cigars. 18 people. Matscape, I was in the South. Loved it down there. Was in Tennessee and North Kakalaki. Sweet tea was on point. Well, you come to the land of
barbecue too.
Well, you ain't getting no good barbecue. Oh, 19. You ain't getting no good barbecue in Tennessee. Okay, you ain't getting great barbecue. You get good barbecue, you ain't getting great barbecue. Lee Riggins, Bob, what is your favorite song?
There's no way I could answer that. I have an anthology.
Brad Haney, what's going on? How are you doing this evening? I hope you're doing fantastic.
Well. That range through such a cacophony of lovely melodies and rhythms.
Adam, I believe. 21 people! Boom. We did it! 28 shows in a row. Look at my gun. Oh, which way are we going? Go this way. Look at that. Yeah. The lounge had half a dozen boxes of different Vitolas. I was surprised to see them. Peter Jones, sorry, just was able to jump in here. Better late than never. Y'all all going to be at the Kentucky Barnsmoker this year? Yes, sir. We will be at the Kentucky Barnsmoker in October.
It is October.
Lee Riggins RMB. Supreme Tobacco 21. I don't know about you, but I wish we hit 22.
I love me some R&B. All them. Steven doesn't understand what the slow jams tapes were, and all this and that. When you
act like
you have to mix your own mixtapes.
32-year-old
right?
Man,
and so you had a lot of tunes. I was talking about that at work just recently when I learned how to dance. Slow dance was to Always by
Peter
Atlantic
Jones,
Star.
We're looking forward to seeing you, brother. Make sure you tell us who you are, because I'm gonna look for a guy with the face of a pea, and I don't know what that looks like. It just came out. Smoky Mountain Park, Clingman's Dome. The Appalachians.
Peter, you need to walk up to Chief and go, "This is what a pea face looks like."
And
just
I probably won't remember what it is.
No, I remember. Make sure I'm there when you say it, because I will lose it. I will lose it for sure.
Brian, thanks for hanging out with us, brother. Appreciate you. Chief, you never put together an R&B mix for your lady? Don't be asking about my intimacies.
Oh, I had the slow jams. I had the
we're in August,
mixtapes.
by the way.
I had the no, I had the hits. Oh, it was on. Sit there by the radio with my finger on the pause button while the recording plays on it, just waiting for him to quit talking so that I could hit the record and record the song. And they would come in the last
what would
5
have been
seconds
on
of the
your-
song and start talking.
What would have been on your list back then? A lot of
As in slow jams?
Barry White.
No. Always would have been in there. Tons of stuff from Ready for the World.
Ooh, Manscaped got to go to the Buc-ee's in Sevierville.
I Need Love by LL Cool J had to be in there. Maybe a little Teddy Pendergrass.
Riding
What do you
Genuine.
that would be a slow jam song? See, there's no class.
What you talking about?
Bruh.
That's like the ultimate slow jam.
No, that's not slow jam.
A lot of 40-somethings were conceived to Earth, Wind, and Fire reasons. That dumb dog.
There's been some Stevie Wonder in there.
That makes sense since it's all in the dark. Blind.
Oh, that's
Blind.
Not, that's
that's
nice.
the dark I'm talking about.
That's
Blind.
That's not nice.
Before you guys try to cancel
That's
me.
not nice.
No, class, come on. Genuine. A lot of babies made old Genuine.
You did that on the dance floor, but the slow jam was when you're in the car or back at we used to call it crib back then. Back at the crib, kicking it. That's before they had Netflix and chill. That's before they had Netflix. They had Blockbuster.
Yeah, it's before you had color TV too. Pony definitely gets the party started. I'd make mixtapes and send them to my wife at college. Wasn't my wife then. Guess it were.
What?
I just called to say.
See, I wouldn't give.
I don't know if I'd be getting on to that song. Though.
I wouldn't give the girl the mixtape because I was
That's a hard
afraid
beat to stay in rhythm with.
I was afraid after we broke up that they would use that mixtape with some other dude or something like that. Because I mean, I spent a lot of time.
Or what's even worse is if they was cheating on you.
And
They
they'd
was
be
the side
yeah,
man, and they'd be like,
yeah.
That's actually a fire mixtape.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey baby, I made you a mixtape, right?
It's
But
It's
see
like,
now,
hold on, babe. I gotta flip the cassette over. Just stay right there. Don't move.
but when I did my mixtapes, no, you put on you get the 90-minute one side tape, the 180-minute.
You never need no 90 minutes. When you
That
you
long
have to,
track
you have to
tape.
get like 12 times just to get through
that
the
long
disc.
track tape, right? But I would always sit in there and I would start talking in the middle of it. You know, I'd say, I just want to tell you that you're the most wonderful person that I've ever met, and that I love you, and and I just get quieter and quieter. So she would lean in, and I always make sure the speaker was on my side. She had to lean in to hear it, and she'd lean over next to me, and you know, we'd read the Bible.
Yeah, sure. The what is it? Who was that?
Worked 33 years ago, 34 years ago.
Sure.
Never by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. That would not be a slow jam.
Charles Addison said his son hooked his wife singing Michael Bublé at karaoke.
All right, Michael Bublé's all right.
Unchained Melody, Righteous Brothers. New podcast, The Quiet Storm with Bob. God no.
God, I used to listen to Quiet Storm.
Yeah, you gotta sit down with your shawty and read Song of Solomon. I could have used some tips about the cigar guy. I wasn't that smooth.
Oh, I was smooth. I didn't have money, so I had to be smooth.
Also full of penicillin.
No.
No, I tell you, an artist that I'm listening to a lot nowadays is his name is Teddy Swims.
I like Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims has got some music now. I mean, I ain't trying to get too intimate, you know, let y'all know what'll be going on at the Finley Chateau, but you know, Teddy Swims be doing his thing.
His thing.
I listen to a lot of Teddy Swims when I'm doing my cardio, when I'm walking at the gym on the treadmill. That's like a lot of his music.
I like some Clarence Carter.
I don't know Clarence Carter.
Because I be stroking.
But then when I get into my
That's what it be
weightlifting
doing.
sessions, I start getting into my Christian death metal.
I stroke it to the east
Oh,
and
Lord.
I stroke it to the west. And I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. Now that was a jam right there. They play that, and then right after that, they play Cotton Eye Joe.
Teddy do be getting some tracks. Gary's answer. What about R. Kelly, Bob?
Never an R. Kelly fan, ever, never. And Usher, just it was too late for me. I wasn't a big Usher fan.
Yeah, Confessions. That's not my confessions. Brad Haney's got the old Michael Bublé going on over there. You got to walk in the bedroom with a fedora on when you're playing Michael Bublé. Only a fedora. Peter Jones, shoot, baby. That was the best 90 seconds of my life. Oh, P-Face coming in with we got 88 and a half minutes to just listen. With the 90-minute track over there. It's like, you might as well put a book on the end of it. It's like, oh, what can we listen to at the end?
There's always a winner at the end of a 40-yard dash, and nobody worries about how long it took to get to the end of the marathon.
Yeah, and at the end of it back then, it was, do you know who your kids are? It's 9:00.
They used to play that on the radio.
I know. Because parents were so bad.
Of course, then they used to play the national anthem when the TV cut off.
That's one of the funny things is like you hear all these older people talking about not raising kids or whatever, and it's like, yeah, we weren't the generation that had to have a commercial that came on and said, do you know who your kids are? Now we just low jack them, right?
Right. Never let them out of your sight, you little helicopter parents. It's crazy. I would not allow, if you and Caitlin were itty bitty, I would not allow you to ride your bike around the block as far as I did, or go walk in the woods. There's craziness out there these days.
I used to walk.
I'm talking now.
Oh, nowadays? Now. Oh, no. I thought you were talking about when I was a kid. I was going to say, I was miles away on my bike all the time.
All the time.
When we lived at the parsonage,
Do you know why you were miles away all the time? Because I had a 3-hour mixtape.
You got a lot of dishes done during that time.
There's some dishes. I can bring home the bacon.
No, I was actually talking with Shanna, my wife, about that not too long ago. About it might have been a couple months ago, about just how crazy. And I think every generation has. It's like, oh, when I was a kid, we did all these things differently, right? But like when I was a kid, I was in middle school, right? And we were living in the parsonage, the church, because you guys were the youth ministers there. And we had to, part of the expectations for living at the church, parsonage was mowing the lawn. You got 5 acres to mow, 2 riding lawnmowers, you run through a lot of gas. And so every Saturday, I was walking with 2 5-gallon containers a half a mile up the road, around the corner, and down a very busy street to fill up gas.
And I better have my change.
And that was the thing. It's like you sent me with like $10 and I still came back. Maybe it's $20. I still came back with change. You imagine getting 10 gallons for $20? Jeez.
Charles, I'm so old.
I was celebrating the other day, and it's so bad that I was celebrating. I got gas for $2.94 without discounts the other day.
That's pretty good. Charles, I remember. I'm so old. I remember the national anthem, and I remember the TV pattern and that noise. And I also remember that my TV used to be one of the main pieces of furniture in the living room that Mom would put all her little tchotchkes on top of, because you had the console TV, nothing you could hang on a wall. You couldn't hang that TV on a wall. And we didn't have cable. I had the black and white TV where you had to turn the dial up top to UHF or whatever, and you have to go, and you get 2 or 3 channels.
Lee Reagan's never out of my eyesight with a gun in my car keys next to me. And nowadays, I just can't imagine.
No.
Unless you live in like a tight neighborhood and families in the neighborhood.
Rural.
I could see that.
Neighborhoods don't have sidewalks anymore. They don't do. But most of the neighborhoods, they don't build sidewalks anymore. Sidewalks was the freeway for kids to ride your bike, to meet new kids and hang out and this and that. Now it's just not the same.
D.A. Exotic says he's so old, he was his dad's remote for the TV. We were just so poor, I was the remote for the TV. the remote and the antenna. All right, hold your arm out a little far.
All right, get the aluminum foil.
Brad Haney and you were the remote. Peter Jones, I'm so glad I'm not a kid in today's age when everyone has a video camera in their pocket.
Absolutely.
My dad had 4 remote controls back when I was a kid. Son, get up there and change channel. I do make sure Jackson, because he's the oldest right now, will be able to look back at me and say, I can't believe you used to make me do that all the time. Because I can remember you would call me into the room to make me hand you something that was just an inconvenient distance away from you. Jackson will be upstairs playing with his Legos, building the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life, and like in it, full on. I'm like, Jackson,
zoned in.
And he'll say, yes, sir. And if he doesn't hear me call back, he knows, all right, it's time to come down. And he'll come down. Yeah, Dad, what can I do for you? He already knows I'm calling him down for a reason. And it'll be like I'm on one side of the couch, and it'll like been on the arm of the couch, but it fell off. Like, hey, man, you have that remote over there? Can you grab my coffee cup? Oh, you called me down here for that? Yes. What do you think I am? Your servant? Yes.
You pay rent?
Which is funny because Ember is such a people pleaser, and she loves her daddy. She loves her daddy to death. And so she'll come down, and every once in a while she hears Jackson say, I'm not your servant, or he'll be joking around. She's like, Daddy, I'll be your servant. What can I do for you?
Amber does love her daddy. Boy, I tell you what, every time she comes over, they come over for a Sunday or something, or hanging out all day. Amber, at least one time, will come over to me and say, my daddy's stronger than you. My daddy does this. You don't do that. And I'm like, you're right, sweetheart. And I don't know if Steven's been saying, go tell Big Daddy I'm stronger than he is.
She just genuinely,
she idolizes you.
But no, it was funny for Father's Day. They did a thing in children's church for that Sunday, and they wrote little cards out for their daddies, and it said, my daddy is awesome because, and it had 3 things. And the first one was, my daddy is awesome because he's so strong he can pick me up. And then the other one was, my daddy's so strong, he's just the strongest. It's like, yeah, I'm going to keep this forever. I can't get rid of it. I'll throw away Jackson's art, that he brings home from school every other week. It ain't going nowhere. Actually, with Jackson, I'm trying to get a whole compilation of videos in my phone.
Of him peeing outside?
No.
Oh. Because that boy will pee outside.
Yes, he will.
He will lean into it too. He stretches back and lets it go. In a parking lot.
Jackson is big on Pokemon right now, and so Pokemon Go is on your phone, and so Jackson and I spend quality time going down to our little downtown and playing Pokemon every weekend, or maybe during the week during the summer. And we'll go catch Pokemon, battle gyms, do raids or whatever, and just have fun. Well, because Jackson loves Pokemon so much, you can say certain names of Pokemon, and he just, what? Huh? It'd be middle of nothing.
You did that tonight.
Well, I've been going to Jackson. I love that this has the timestamp on that. 1:07 a.m. on Tuesday after I got home from the gym. I've been going up into Jackson in his room in his bed because he sleeps on a bunk bed. So I'll walk right up to him, face height with him. He's dead asleep, dead to the world. 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'll say things like "Shiny Mewtwo" or "Pikachu" or whatever. And this is the so he like gently wakes up.
That's funny.
This is another one. He's not awake, but he hears it. Now that was at 1:26
Subliminally hears it.
But I'm hoping to just record a bunch of those for the foreseeable future. So like one day when he has his graduation video or whatever, I can just have this long compilation video of me waking him up in the middle of the night by saying a Pokemon's name.
That's funny.
Or whatever.
I remember when y'all were coming up, I was I was hyper vigilant. I checked the doors 3 or 4 times. I'd have to touch all the windows and make sure the locks were done and all this and that. And every night I would stand in your and your sister's doorway and just watch to make sure y'all were still breathing. And then if I couldn't tell if y'all were breathing or not, I'd go in there and I'd kind of get right in your face. And if I still couldn't tell, and then I started getting silly with it, I would take and put both fingers over your nose, just cover your nostrils, and I would just wait. And I could feel your nostrils starting to move in because I knew you
But
were
that
alive.
wasn't enough.
No, I had to wait till I got, and I started doing it all the time. So if you had night tremors or night terrors, and that you were suffocating or something, I did that. I did every night.
I'm passing on like the light generational trauma, trying to withhold the other stuff. But
Well, I hope he breaks your finger like you broke mine.
tell you what, I thought Ember was gonna slip a disc out of my back the other night. We were we were in our bedroom. We've been renovating our downstairs, and so a lot of our downstairs up until recently has just been really unusable. So we've been spending a lot of time upstairs playing in their bedroom or in our bedroom because we have a TV. And Shanna, my wife, and all three kids were on the bed doing some tessellation tiles, and so I went in there and I just laid on the floor right in front of the air conditioner and I don't remember what I was doing on my phone, but I was laying on my belly. Well, Ember just decided out of nowhere, I'm gonna jump off the top of the bed and I'm gonna land straight on my dad's back. I wouldn't have minded so much if she would have
got little feet.
If she would have landed in like the middle of my shoulders. Like I was resting on my elbows, like you're already kind of tensed up there. No, she went, and it wasn't feet, it was butt.
Oh.
She booty bombed me from a jump off of the bed, and she landed right in the middle of my lower back. And you talk about wanting to strangle a kid.
See, that's the hard part because you're bulletproof, right? And you can't show them that you hurt, and you can't this and that, and they think you're indestructible, and so they enjoy the fact that they can just abuse you physically because you're dad, you can take it. You're tough as all get out, and as dad, you got to take it. But there are some times where you just like, whew.
We had a TV with vice grips to change the channel. Those
I did too.
knobs always broke off.
I know, and then you tried to put something in there, twist, and you broke half that little knob off, so you couldn't
round it out eventually.
It's
Charles Adamson
rough.
been helping my grandson build the Lego Technic cars I gave him for his birthday. Some of those are really cool. Lee Riggins, my girl, has been a mama's girl for 11 years, and now she's coming around to me. I've been waiting. Ember used to be a mama's girl, but in the past year and a half or so, she's really coming around to being a daddy's girl. And then Shepherd, he splits time pretty even. He likes to hang out with me more often, but when it's emotional time and not feeling great or whatever, it's mama. Daddy can't do nothing for her.
You all right with that, right?
I mean, sure.
A lot less work.
Oh. Speaking of my wife and kids, they're still here, and I know that Shannon was waiting on me to go home with them at the same time. So we are going to cut the show here because it is 9:48. So we hit 21 tonight.
And Chief will do a solo next week on Chief Talk.
No Chief Talk next week, unless I change my mind. I don't think I'm gonna, but because and really the reason for that is because
Lazy.
It's the first day of school next week,
Lazy.
On Thursday, and it's Ember's first day of school on Friday. So just a really good reason not to be here for Chief Talk. So
still, but my son is still a mama's boy.
I imagine that we will not have a Chief Talk next week. I'm planning on not having a Chief Talk next week. So if you're traveling to the Barnsmoker, safe travels, have fun, smoke some cigars for me, drink some libations for me. I'm greatly going to miss the Connecticut Barnsmoker. I really am. But if you're going to the Kentucky Barnsmoker, I'll see you in Kentucky.
And if you come up and give me a hug and say, give this to Chief, I'll give Chief all his hugs on the show Thursday after next. And so if you hug me for 20 seconds, I'll say, this is from so-and-so, and this is a 20-second hug, and he'll have to sit there and squirm for 20 seconds, and then the next one, and the next one.
I'll make sure I fill up this big old Veneto lighter and just catch you on the old elbow. So thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll see you most likely in 2 weeks. Unless you're going to Barnsmoker, then you'll see Bob the Cigar Guy next week in person. So thank y'all for hanging out with us, and catch you when we catch you.
Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com.
Time to relax. Whew. Man, I'm beat. Whew. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Show's over. Go home. Go home. Show's over. What are you waiting for? You waiting for another show? This is a one-ticket entry. Go. Bye. Go. Go. Go.